Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. First, let's talk about the breaking news which is happening as far as New Zealand is concerned. And one probably never thought that New Zealand captain Brendon Mcullum would announce his retirement just before the T20 World Cup 2016, which is going to be played in India in the month of February, March. So it has come as a great surprise that Brendon Mcullum, the New Zealand captain, yesterday announced his retirement from all forms of international cricket when the home series, as Australia will be touring New Zealand in February 2016, and he said they're going to play only 2 test matches, and after the test matches, Brendon Mcullum wouldn't be a part of international cricket. He would be saying goodbye to international cricket, and that has come as a great surprise, especially considering that the T20 World Cup in March is coming up. And we all know that Brendon Mcullum went on to a very good record in this particular series against Sri Lanka, where he became a New Zealand player, first New Zealand player to have played 99 consecutive test matches for them. And then finally, he has said that he would be playing his 100th tell, the first player. And I'm also told since his debut, Brendon Mcullum has never missed a single test match, and that's a great record. And he will be playing his 100th test match against Australia in Wellington on February the 12th. And after that, one more test match in Christchurch, and that said, goodbye to international cricket would be Mcullum. And the new captain for New Zealand team in the T20 World Cup and all the series would be Kane Williamson, who has already made a great waves in the year 2015, and whether 2016 could be the year where we could see Kane Williamson, who has already blazed a trail with the bat. Now probably it's time for him to show his captaincy skills to the world and say that he could not only be a great player and he could also be a great captain. Well, if that happens, then he would have really shut a theory that I would remember as far as my knowledge goes. Sachin Tendulkar was a great batsman, but was not a good captain, as you know. And also former West Indian star Brian Lara was a great captain, great player, but was not a good captain. But Kane Williamson, I hope, because I compare him with Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara, I hope that Kane Williamson totally changes the script in international cricket and becomes a great captain for New Zealand. And we all know that Imran Khan of Pakistan was a great captain and he was a great player too. But as far as real greatness goes, I think it will be Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, and now walking in their footsteps is this young bloke from New Zealand, Kane Williamson. Well, that would be later, but let me keep the talk on Brendon Mcullum. So Brendon Mcullum, as you know, what to say? He has been an entertainer for New Zealand. In fact, he took over when Ross Taylor was sacked as the captain, and after that he has never looked back. In fact, the first match, you would remember that Brendon Mcullum, the New Zealand team, performed in the most, I would say, in the most vulnerable fashion, as they were all out for 45 all out. I remember in Cape Town against South Africa. But after that, there is nothing to looking back, and it has been only a forward step for Brendon Mcullum, be it with the bat or be it with the New Zealand team. He has blazed a trail of success in his captaincy. There's no doubt about it. If you see, he had 11 victories from 29 matches, and also, as you know, New Zealand in the series against Sri Lanka also got another record which I didn't cover, and that was the home streak, where they have never won 13 consecutive tests at home, and that happened when New Zealand actually closed off the series against Sri Lanka 2-0. So considering all this, it's it's really sad to see that one of the great entertainers, and as you know, Brendon Mcullum, he's one player, and not only that, he also became the first triple centurion for New Zealand in international cricket, as you would remember, when he scored a century, when he scored a triple century against India. He was also the first New Zealand player to have scored 1,000 runs in a calendar year, and now we know that Kane Williamson overtook that mark by scoring 1,172 runs. We all know that, and as you know, he also holds the record for the most number of Test sixes hit. In fact, he's currently the record joint holder with the former Australian wicketkeeper batsman. Again, a wicketkeeper batsman. Just see how the wicketkeepers really pull the punches and pack a punch when they hit the ball. As former Australian wicketkeeper batsman Adam Gilchrist has got 100 sixes, and Brendon Mcullum has also got 100 sixes in his career. And he also, as far as his wicket-keeping skills were concerned, 194 Test catches, and he had 11 stumpings. Well, I don't know what to say, because especially considering that this World Cup was the T20 World Cup was going to be played in India. I thought that the Indian crowds would have got a great share of entertainment from this player Brendon Mcullum, because he likes to tear the leather of the ball against any opposition, and we all know what he did in New Zealand the other day against England to really leave the England bowlers he shattered the England bowlers in a fashion that probably one has never seen. He was absolute electric stuff in the World Cup, and he also for the first time took New Zealand to the finals of a World Cup. So his records are something that will stand for a long time, as I said, in India, I thought with his IPL experience, and especially on Indian wickets, I thought Brendon Mcullum one would have definitely loved to see Brendon Mcullum, because I thought that was an opportunity for Brendon Mcullum to really thrash the opposition bowling and give tremendous excitement to the Indian public, and also I think the international cricketing world would be missing this great bloke Brendon Mcullum. What a player! What to say? Aggression. Has been a great captain, and what I love about him is not only the aggression with his batting, but also aggression in the field, aggression in the captaincy, as he has done a lot of experiments, and he's a pretty adventurous guy. And as I said, the world is going to miss this bloke. But the only thing what I was thinking was that if at all Brendon Mcullum could play in the T20 World Cup for New Zealand and then retire, then that would have been great. So I'm a bit surprised that Brendon Mcullum announced his retirement just before the T20 World Cup. So Brendon Mcullum, once again, tell you dear friends, subscribers, has announced his retirement. He's going to be, he has already announced his retirement, but he has not yet retired. He's going to retire in the year 2016, in the month of February, when Australia will be playing New Zealand at home, and when the Christchurch second test match, which is the only two test series that Australia and New Zealand are going to play in the Trans-Tasman series. The second test in Christchurch would be the last match of his entire international career. So it's not like other players are only retiring from test matches. He has decided to retire from all formats of the game. So that definitely gives a New Zealand youngster a chance to come into the team now. And Kane Williamson will be the new T20 World Cup captain for New Zealand. Well, from here, I am just changing the topic here, and I'm going to talk about the South African 11. As I said, yesterday England were doing very well there. They had a good lead, and today they continued. Joe Root making 117, 16 fours and 2 sixes. Ben Stokes was out for 66, and after that a target was set for South Africa, a huge target considering that they were bowled out for 136, but South African A team could fare no better in the second innings, as they were chasing that total. In fact, South Africa A probably put up a pathetic performance, and they were were all out for 187 with the bowling. England will be very, very happy with this performance. It was an innings of 91 runs victory, and the chief architect of this particular win in the second innings was the left-arm spinner Moeen Ali. In fact, it was Moeen Ali who took all the wickets. Sorry, it was Moeen Ali, the spinner, who actually took the wicket. So I'm just going to talk about it here for you and tell you what exactly happened there. As far as England, as I said, 414, and this is a matter of great concern for South Africa A and also for the South African selection committee, because this was a side which was a hopeful side. In the sense, what I was saying is that it was a side which had a lot of expectations, in the sense they were the test hopeful side, and especially considering that in fact the South African A side have put up a very, very shabby performance under the circumstances. It's pretty sad to know that they really put a very, very I would say a very pathetic performance by a side which is a South Africa A side, a full team of test hopefuls, and they have totally disappointed by putting up a very, very pathetic show here. And as I said, it was Moeen Ali, the right arm off spinner, who really skied through the South African innings on a pitch that definitely afforded some turn on the final day, as Moeen Ali bowled 14.5 overs, 4 maidens, 77 runs and 6 wickets. And as far as let's have a look at the South African A batting card here. Now, Cook, who carried his bat in the first innings, was cheaply dismissed for 1. LBW Broad for 1. Reza Hendricks was bowled superbly by Moeen Ali, getting the ball to snake in between the bat and pad gap of Reza Hendricks. He was gone for 19 with 2 boundaries. Really Ruzu, such a talent, was trapped LBW by Ali. Now that was another wonderful delivery from Moeen Ali. He slipped in the arm ball that kept going straight. Really Ruzu was gone. LBW for 32 of 5 fours. Marshall de Longe, the night watchman, was out for naught. Quinton de Kock, who was the highest scorer amongst the ruins that South Africans, amongst the South African ruined innings here, 53 of 64 balls with 10 fours. He was the only one who really looked like stroking the ball. Ramela was out for naught, Zondo for naught. Dean Villas tried to stay at the crease, not out on 30, 2 fours and 1 6. Morris was BW bowled, Ali for 5. Maharaj was bowled by Ali for 31, with some good tonking done of just 19 deliveries, 6 fours, and Patterson for 12. So 187 all out. So, but what this does, in the sense, 2 wickets to Finn and 1 wicket appears to Broad and Mark Footed. But what this has done is that the England would be absolutely buoyed up, because they have beaten a team, a South Africa A team. As I said, this is the talent that has in South Africa. So probably these are the players who would have probably knocking on the test doors, barring few who have already played, like Quinton de Kock, Dean Villiers and other really Ruzu. So it's a matter of great concern for South African cricket for sure, that it was a great show by England, and South Africa A really very disappointing performance, and England would be absolutely buoyed up, especially coming with the Boxing Day test coming in South Africa, and I'm sure their morale would be very high. South Africans, on the other hand, will be feeling a bit depressed, because they already lost to India 2-0 in the series in India, and now the South Africa side has performed in a dismal manner, and it could be alarm bells ringing for the South Africans here. But very too early to say here. They would be playing a full-strength South African side on Boxing Day on 26th of December, and also talking about South Africa. What one could discern from here was the first day it was Stephen Finn who did the damage with his pace bowling, and then we also saw the South African A batting were not up to the spin too. First they succumbed against pace and swing, and then they also succumbed against the spin bowling of a bowler who couldn't be. I mean, we can say he's not a prime spin bowler, but still he's a very useful bowler, as we know, for England. And it was really sad to see that they couldn't play not only pace but also faltered to the spin of Moeen Ali. And finally, South Africa A totally disappointed. Other than that, the cricket news that I could, if at all, I could talk about is there is one thing that I would like to talk about is that one would remember it was Boyd Rankin who had actually shifted his allegiance to England after playing for Ireland. But we know that he played only one test match against Australia in the Ashes, where totally he got one wicket. But that was a series that England would definitely not remember when England got a thrashing at the hands of the Australians. Boyd Rankin has decided that now he is shifting. I mean, and because of injury, he couldn't really find a place in the England team, and besides, he was not selected in the England Lions squad too. And that prompted him probably to take the decision of actually now coming back and playing for Ireland. So Ireland, I think, would be greatly strengthened by the news that Boyd Rankin is going to be a part of the Irish team when the T20 World Cup will be played in India. And I feel that it will greatly strengthen this Irish team who are really hunting for test status, as we all know. And also, one more thing is that Trent Johnston has retired, as you know. So definitely Boyd Rankin coming into the team would be really, really strengthening this team and giving it some real solidity, I would say. So that is the news that I would like to talk about. Other than that, there's nothing else to share, dear fans and subscribers. Hope you all loved this cricket happening show of mine, and hope to see you all tomorrow. That's on a Wednesday.